Hey everyone, welcome to another video in the Nameless Thing. So today is my first time experiencing free comic book day. So for those of you who don't know what free comic book day is, it is the first Saturday of every May where local comic book stores that decide to participate in this event have free comic books that you can just pick up. Now, not every single comic book that is available at that comic book store is free for you to take. There are certain titles that will be free comic book day title that you can pick up, and you have all major publishing companies like Marvel, DC, Boom Studios, Image Comics. They all have certain titles that they will release specifically for this day that you can go ahead and pick up. Now I'm really excited for this day, guys, because I've never been able to participate in such an event before. So I'm going over to my two favorite comic book stores here in London, which is Forbidden Planet and Gosh Comics. Not just because we're getting free comic books, but they've also organized a bunch of amazing events where they are inviting creators and artists for signing events throughout this whole day that I am so looking forward to. Guys, I started the free comic book day today by heading over to Forbidden Planet at 10 o'clock, and my god, was there a queue! I did not anticipate a queue outside the store so early in the morning, but I guess because it's free comic book day, a lot of people showed up. But the crowd was fast moving, and I didn't have to stand in there for too long. And as I went in there, they were handing out bags with randomized free comic books that they were giving. Like, there are a lot of different free comic book titles, and they were giving 5 comic books in each bag, which was again totally placed at random, and that depends on each comic book. So sometimes they'll give out only one title, they'll give more, or sometimes all. So here's a look at whatever I got from the Forbidden Planet blind bag today morning. First one, I've got Avengers Armageddon. This is an amazing Ryan Stegman cover, and I have not yet read this. I'm going to be checking this out soon. Next up from Dynamite Comics, I got Supernatural, which has this amazing cover art over here. I have not read this book. I've actually not read a lot of these books. I'm going to have to catch up on them now. I got this nice Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow bookmark. Then I got this one, The Greatest American Superhero, and I have no idea who this is. And lastly, I got this DC Vertigo book of The Nice House on the Lake. Again, I think this is a famous title or a reprint issue, and I have not read this book. I have to read this. I was really hoping to get the Amazing Spider-Man free comic book. I'll probably head back again because there's having a lot of signings throughout the whole day, and I might pick it up at Gosh Comics as well if I find it. And speaking of signings, the one that I am most excited for is the signing that is happening at Forbidden Planet with Ram V in the evening, and I'm going to get this book of Web of Carnage that's written by him signed. I actually wanted to get the Venom 2021 issue 1 signed by him, but I wasn't able to find a copy in time. But I was able to get this one, so I'm going to get this one. And there's also a preview of a new comic that he's doing with Image Comics that he's going to be signing there at the event, which is the main thing that he's promoting. So I'll look forward to that one too. So I just finished my lunch now, and I'm heading over to Gosh Comics because they're having a signing with Kieran Gillian and Ben Wheatley. Kieran Gillian has done a lot of X-Men works. He's done Battle World and a lot of, I think, a World War Hulk title as well. And then you have Ben Wheatley, who I think is doing Judge Dredd. He's also the director of Meg 2, if I'm not wrong. So I'm heading over there, and let's see if I can pick up any free comic books over there. Alright guys, so I am finally back after the whole day. Right now I went to Gosh Comics, and then I went to Forbidden Planets, and there were so many signings happening, and I'll show you here that I've got almost 19 to 20 books over here, and they're all mostly free comic books, and I got some of them signed over here, so I'll show them all one by one. First up, like I told, I got Web of Carnage issue 1 signed by Ram V. I don't know if you can see it over here. Yeah, there it is. This is signed in gold, and this was my book. This is not a free comic day book, but I got this one signed by Ram V, and I was actually in the front of the queue because there was another signing that was happening before that by a whole group of artists, and I didn't really have any books to get signed by them. And for that, there were a lot of people who were queuing up and wanted to get their stuff signed, but I was not that familiar with their work, or I had anything planned so that I can get it signed by them. But it's fine because I majorly went there for the Ram V signing, but that was not the only thing I got signed. They also had this free comic book day previews of these books. I think this is Decidium. Yeah, this is Decidium. This is a new book. This is just a preview, and as you can see, this is signed by him. And so I picked up this one. This was completely free, and I didn't get just one. I got a couple of more because I have a few friends in India who are fans, so I'm getting it for them. And at Gosh Comics, I got this one signed by Kirian Gillian. I'm not able to pronounce his name properly, but I met him at Gosh Comics, and this is The Wicked and the Divine, so I got this one signed by him. Now that we've got all the signed stuff out of the way, let's take a look at all the free comic books that I got. Now, first one is from DC Vertigo, The Nice House on the Lake. Some of this you would have already seen from the morning that I got in the first bag from Forbidden Planet. I got this bookmark. Then we have the Lock and Key, and as you can see, this has comic book giveaway day. This is from the other company, because basically the company that used to handle free comic book day before that ended, but then another company took it over. So now there's two. So basically, you have this one which has free comic book day, then you have comic book giveaway day, and they're basically the same thing, but they're just from different companies. So from comic book giveaway day, you have titles like this and Marvel. Then you have Image and DC doing free comic book day. So yeah, the Great American Hero. That's another one over there. Then I have Inna, the name she lost, Inna. I have no idea who this is. Most of these I have not read at all, or I have no idea who these characters are. So I'll be reading them all for the first time. Then you have Warbird, and very different texture for the paper. I think very weak also, because the creases, as you can see here, they bend. I don't know if you can see here, but they bend a lot. So but different style of different paper quality, that's for sure. So we'll be getting those. You have a preview of DC's Next Level over here with Jason Todd, not Jason Todd, sorry, Lobo, Batwoman, and you have Deadshot over here. This one I was really excited to get because I have the Lego Dark Knight Batman. I think this is pretty cool to have. And then I got this from Boom Studios. This is Gem and the Holograms. Again, no idea what this is. Then I have another one from DC, Aquamanity. I have again zero idea what this is. This also includes a preview of the graphic novel of Supergirl's Superheroes. So you have that one here as well. Then I have Avatar Legends. This one is pretty cool. I have Dungeon Crawler Carl. Looks cool. The artwork seems nice. Another one that I liked was this Garfield one, and I always love some Garfield comics, so I'm always happy to have some Garfield. And then the one that I wanted the most, the Amazing Spider-Man book, because this is like a build-up to Amazing Spider-Man issue 1000, and also deals with the Queen in Black. So happy to have this. Another Marvel comic book was the Avengers Armageddon book. This is a Ryan Stegman cover. You would have seen this one in the morning when I opened it. And lastly, this Dynamite comic of Supernaturals. It's an amazing cover. I think this is a reprint of a title that was already published, but I really love this cover art, so I'm happy to have this one. So that was an overall look at all the comic books I got during free comic book day, guys. And honestly, it was such an amazing experience because I saw a lot of people were queuing up, a lot of people were excited. A lot of families were there bringing their kids to get these free comic books. A lot of people were getting their comics signed by these artists who were there for their signing. And I see on Instagram as well that there are, a lot of artists who show up at their local comic book stores in support of this event and sign it. And obviously, this is a day meant to spread support and love for both the people who love comic books and buy it, and also to the comic book stores who help us get these comic books. And I really hope that this initiative gets back to India, because right now there's only one retail store in India, in Mumbai, but it is slowly picking up with a lot of online web stores over there. And I hope in due time we also get a lot of physical retail stores in India, so that we can have these kind of events participating there as well. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and share this with your friends. You can subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more such videos. Let me know what comic books you were able to pick up on free comic book days. There were a few that I missed out. I wish I got the Planet of the Apes one and the Transformers ones, but I'm pretty happy with the ones that I got here. And let me know what you got in the comments, and I will catch you guys next time.